Audio is available in multiple languages. Turn it on in settings, audio track option. Did you know that some countries are shaken hundreds of times a year, sometimes thousands of times a year? Imagine living where the ground moves under your feet. Today we're going to do something we've never done before on this channel. We're going to travel and discover the 10 countries where earthquakes are a part of daily life. This isn't a movie, it's the reality for millions. By the end, you'll see the ground you walk on in a whole new way. Let's count down from number 10 to the most seismically active country on the planet. Each country tells a story of survival, of engineering, and of resilience. We'll see cities designed to withstand the unthinkable, and how people live under constant threat. Subscribe to Sabias and hit the bell. We're starting our countdown at number 10, Nepal. Unlike many on our list, Nepal isn't on the famous Pacific Ring of Fire, but its geology is one of the most active and dramatic on the planet. Here, the land is constantly moving, creating the roof of the world. Imagine two whole continents, the Indian Plate and the Eurasian Plate, crashing into each other in a giant collision that's been going on for millions of years. The Indian Plate is relentlessly sliding under the Eurasian one at a rate of a few centimeters per year. This movement, though slow, builds up a colossal amount of elastic energy, like a spring being compressed to its limit. When that built-up tension suddenly releases, the result is catastrophic. The world saw it in April 2015, when the 7.8 magnitude Gorkha earthquake devastated the country. It left nearly 9,000 dead, millions homeless, and invaluable cultural heritage, like the temples of Kathmandu's Durbar Square, in ruins. Since then, Nepal has undertaken a tough reconstruction, not just of bricks, but of trust. Stricter building codes and earthquake education programs have been put in place to prepare the population. Living in Nepal means accepting that the ground beneath you can betray you at any moment. It's a lesson in humility and resilience. Because of this constant threat, Nepal is our number 10. Number 9, Ecuador. This South American country sits right on the Pacific Ring of Fire, one of the most active earthquake zones in the world. Here, the oceanic Nazca Plate is subducting, or sinking, under the South American continental plate. This process is the engine for large and frequent earthquakes. It's like trying to push a giant rug under another. The friction creates immense tension that, when released, gives way with explosive violence. Seismic activity affects almost the entire country, from the densely populated Pacific coast to the heights of the Andes Mountains. On the coast, the threat is double. Mega earthquakes capable of generating devastating tsunamis that put cities like Guayaquil and Manta at risk. In 2016, a 7.8 magnitude earthquake hit the province of Manabí, causing massive destruction, hundreds of casualties, and leaving a deep scar in the country's collective memory. Today, tsunami warning sirens, evacuation drills, and risk awareness are an integral part of daily life. Ecuador secures the 9th spot. Number 8, Turkey. Located at one of the most complex and dangerous tectonic crossroads in the world. The Anatolian Plate, on which most of the country sits, is literally being squeezed and pushed westward by the collision of the Eurasian, African, and Arabian plates. This pressure has created two of the most active faults on the planet, the North Anatolian Fault and the East Anatolian Fault. The northern one, over 1,500 kilometers long, passes dangerously close to Istanbul, a megalopolis of over 15 million inhabitants. Its destructive potential is so great that it's often compared to the famous San Andreas Fault in California. Turkey's recent history is marked by seismic tragedy. The Izmit earthquake in 1999, magnitude 7.6, and the devastating series of earthquakes in 2023, which left tens of thousands dead, are brutal reminders of its vulnerability. In response, Turkey is investing heavily in modernizing its building codes and strengthening infrastructure, a large-scale challenge for a nation living on a geological time bomb. It earns its place on the list. And at number 7, New Zealand, a country famous for its epic landscapes and natural beauty, but also for incessant seismic activity. About 20,000 earthquakes are recorded each year. 20,000. Luckily, most of them are so small that they're imperceptible to its inhabitants. But this constant vibration reveals the enormous tension building up beneath the surface. Like Ecuador, New Zealand is on the Ring of Fire, where the Pacific Plate and the Australian Plate collide and slide past each other. This tectonic boundary gives rise to the imposing Alpine Fault, which runs through much of the South Island. Scientists warn that this fault is loaded and ready for a big event. The city of Christchurch suffered the consequences in 2010 and 2011, with a series of devastating earthquakes. The February 2011 earthquake, though moderate in magnitude, was especially destructive because it was very shallow, causing serious damage and loss of life. However, from that tragedy, New Zealand emerged as a world leader in seismic engineering and urban resilience, developing technologies and strategies that are now studied worldwide. For its constant activity and exemplary preparation, it takes 7th place. Do you want to know which countries are at the top of our list? Stay until the end, and don't forget to comment from which country you're watching us. Coming in at number 6, we have Peru. This Andean country is heavily impacted by the Nazca Plate, relentlessly sliding under the South American Plate. This tectonic clash creates a constant double threat: big earthquakes on land and the ever-present danger of huge tsunamis along its long coastline. Peruvian history is marked by this fury. The 1970 Ancash earthquake, a magnitude 7.9, didn't just shake the ground. It also caused a giant avalanche of ice and rocks from Mount Huascaran, which completely buried the city of Yungay, leading to one of the worst natural disasters of the 20th century. But resilience is in their DNA. The Inca walls, with their perfectly fitted stones without mortar, are an ancient lesson in earthquake-resistant engineering. They were designed to dance with the shaking and then settle back into place. Today, the biggest challenge is Lima. It's a huge coastal city with over 10 million people, sitting right on a dangerous seismic gap. This area hasn't released energy in over 270 years, and it's building up tension for a big earthquake in the future. In response, Peru is actively pushing its early warning system and public education programs, getting its people ready for what's coming. Because of this mix of history, risk, and preparation, Peru secures the 6th spot. We're entering the top 5 with a seismic giant, Mexico. Here, the Cocos Plate dives under the North American Plate, a process that causes powerful earthquakes along the Pacific coast. But the most unique thing about Mexico is its capital city. Mexico City, built on the bed of an ancient lake, acts like a giant amplifier. Its soft, jelly-like soil makes earthquake waves much bigger, causing the shaking to be much longer and more destructive than in solid ground. 2 tragedies show this with a chilling coincidence. The 1985 earthquake, a magnitude 8.1, and the 2017 earthquake, a 7.1, both happened on the exact same day, September 19th, leaving deep scars in everyone's memory. This painful experience made Mexico a global leader in earthquake early warning systems. Their network of sensors can give citizens up to a minute's head start before the shaking arrives, a precious amount of time that saves countless lives. Because of its constant threat, the unique vulnerability of its capital, and its leadership in prevention, Mexico takes our number 5 spot. Number 4 goes to Chile, a real natural laboratory and the birthplace of mega earthquakes. This country holds the record for the most powerful earthquake ever recorded, the 1960 Valdivia earthquake, a magnitude 9.5. The rupture stretched for almost 1,000 kilometers and caused a trans-Pacific tsunami that reached as far as the coasts of Japan. However, Chile is also an example of how to adapt. The 2010 Mole earthquake, a magnitude 8.8, had a much lower death toll, thanks to some of the strictest building codes in the world. Their buildings are designed to dance with the earthquake, and their people practice evacuation drills with great discipline. Because of its exposure to the biggest earthquakes on the planet and its excellent culture of prevention, it holds strong in 4th place. And the bronze medal, number 3, goes to the Philippines, a nation that lives at a crossroads of geological dangers. It's not just a meeting point of plates, it's an archipelago broken up by a complex network of fault lines and dotted with active volcanoes. The Philippine Fault, which runs north to south through the country, along with deep ocean trenches, creates the perfect stage for destructive earthquakes and fast-arriving local tsunamis. The 1990 Luzon earthquake, a magnitude 7.8, showed another deadly danger. liquefaction. This is when water-saturated soil loses its firmness and acts like a liquid, swallowing entire buildings. Facing typhoons, eruptions, and earthquakes, Filipino resilience is legendary. The country invests in constant drills in schools and coastal communities, building a culture of readiness for multiple threats. The Philippines earns its spot on the podium. We've almost gone through the whole list. Can you guess which two countries are at the very top? Write your guess in the comments below. Don't go anywhere, because what's coming next will surprise you. Two giants of the Ring of Fire are waiting to crown the undisputed champion of seismic risk. We've reached the runner-up on our list, number 2. Indonesia. This huge group of islands isn't just a tropical paradise. It's also a shaky gem right in the middle of the Pacific Ring of Fire. Its location means it's almost always having earthquakes, and really strong ones too. A huge battle of Earth's plates is happening here. The country sits where 4 main plates crash into each other: the Eurasian, Pacific, Australian, and Philippine plates. This complicated dance creates a bunch of cracks and places where one plate slides under another, building up a lot of pressure. The biggest danger comes from the Sunda Trench, a very deep scar in the ocean where the Australian plate dives under the Eurasian plate. This area is a hotspot for huge earthquakes that can cause giant tsunamis, waves that can travel thousands of miles. Recent history gave us a sad reminder of this power. The 9.1 to 9.3 magnitude earthquake in 2004, one of the strongest ever recorded, caused a tsunami that wiped out coastlines across the Indian Ocean, killing over 230,000 people in 14 countries. After that disaster, Indonesia, with help from other countries, built a fancy tsunami warning system with buoys, earthquake sensors, and sirens. But it's a huge challenge. With more than 17,000 islands and thousands of small, faraway coastal towns, making sure everyone is safe and can get out in time is still a really hard job. Because of its huge size, the complicated cracks in its land, and how often terrible events happen, Indonesia gets the second spot. And finally, the undisputed number 1 on our list, Japan. Also located in the Ring of Fire, Japan sits where 4 tectonic plates meet, making it the country with the most earthquake activity in the world. It experiences about 1 in 500 noticeable earthquakes a year. That's an average of 4 noticeable earthquakes every day. The ground is constantly shaking under the feet of its people. Just like Indonesia, its biggest threat comes from the sea. The Japan and Nankai trenches are known for causing some of the most destructive tsunamis in history. The most famous event happened on March 11, 2011. A 9.0 magnitude earthquake caused a huge tsunami with waves that reached 40 meters high. The disaster led to almost 20,000 deaths and triggered the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear accident, whose effects are still felt today. Even so, if there's one country that has turned bad times into new ideas, it's Japan. It's a world leader in earthquake-proof building, early warning systems, and teaching people what to do. Their skyscrapers have big shock absorbers and base isolation systems that let them sway instead of falling down. Their warning system sends alerts to cell phones seconds before the strongest earthquake waves hit. Being ready is a big part of their culture. This mix of extreme danger and amazing preparation makes Japan the clear number 1. And so, we end our trip through the 10 shakiest countries on Earth. From the tops of the Himalayas to the deep coasts of the Pacific, we've seen how the Earth's strong forces shape the lives of nations. Understanding where and why these things happen isn't just for school. It pushes science forward, makes engineering better, and most importantly, helps protect communities that are at risk. Every improved building rule, every early warning system, and every evacuation drill are super important tools in living with a lively and always moving planet. Did your country show up on our list? Have you ever been in a big earthquake? We'd love to read your story in the comments. Comment, share this video with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to Did You Know for more cool stuff like this. We're trying out dubbing in different languages to reach more people. Let us know if this option was helpful for you. Thanks for joining us on this journey. See you in the next video. Subscribe to the channel.